Today I'm going to bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, ask and answer a question, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero show. Now kick that intro! Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month with emphasis on mental illness. Now, a mental illness or a mental disorder is a wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior. There are 8 common types of mental illnesses. Now, first is clinical depression. This is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities, causing significant impairment in daily life. The second is anxiety, which is a mental health disorder characterized by feelings of worry, anxiety, or fear that are strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities. The third is bipolar disorder, which is a disorder associated with episodes of mood swings ranging from depressive lows to manic highs. And the fourth is dementia. This is a general term for the impaired ability to remember, think, or make decisions that interferes with doing everyday activities. The fifth is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. It's a chronic condition including attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness. And then the sixth is obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. It's a common, chronic, and long-lasting disorder in which a person has uncontrollable recurring thoughts and or behaviors that he or she feels the urge to repeat over and over. And then the seventh common type of mental illness, and this is one that I just raised awareness of last month, is autism. It's a serious developmental disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and interact. And then the final common type of mental illness is post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Now, this is very common with folks that have served in the military. This is a disorder in which a person has difficulty recovering after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. Now, this is a mental health awareness Comic Hero tee, and here on the left sleeve you have the awareness ribbon, and in front of it the words "You Matter." And this is me reaching out to just about any man, woman, boy, or girl who is living with a mental illness. And here on the right sleeve are words that are associated with mental health, and 2 words that, in particular, stop the stigma. Now, there is a stigma when it comes to mental health. A lot of times, mental health gets so, a lot of folks misunderstand people with mental illnesses. They do so a lot. They do anything from scandalize their names to calling them, just calling them all kinds of names, just being awful to them. Now, look, if you know nothing about it, or even if you do know anything about it, you need to stop. So many times we tend to, prejudice is in our nature. Now, prejudice is not limited to race. Because prejudice just simply means prejudging something. Now, mental illnesses are one of the things that often get prejudged a lot. In our nature, we tend to prejudge the things we don't understand or we know nothing about. But in times like these, we need to listen, we need to ask questions, and most importantly, we need to understand. And it's not just limited to mental illness, it's pretty much just about anything. It's just like I always say, we do better when we know better. All right, on this episode, I'm not going to give away a free t-shirt. I'm going to wait till episode 404, which is the Memorial Day episode that I'm going to do. But I will remind you of what the free T question of the week is. Which city in DC Comics was inspired by architecture from the cities of New York and Chicago? Now I'm only going to give one hint, and one hint only. Batman. See, you ought to know it now. And everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on episode 404. All right, now Mia Darrington from Raleigh, North Carolina has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features one of the most powerful magic characters in the Marvel Universe going up against one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. Representing Marvel, we have the Scarlet Witch, and also representing Marvel, we have Dark Phoenix. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's the Scarlet Witch versus Dark Phoenix. The Scarlet Witch possesses superhuman genes that allow energy and reality manipulation and powerful access to magical energies such as chaos magic, probability manipulation, elemental manipulation, flight, the ability to sense magic, spellcasting, teleportation, time manipulation, and reality warping. Dark Phoenix possesses telepathy and telekinesis. While acting as an avatar for the Phoenix Force, Jean's old powers are magnified, including dark matter manipulation on an atomic level, creation and manipulation of cosmic fire, teleportation, and immortality. Who would win? If this fight were to take place before 2012, I'd probably say it'd go either way. However, after the 5 original X-Men spent some time in the present-day Marvel Universe only to go back to the past, not so much. Dark Phoenix would have full control of Phoenix Force. Meanwhile, the Scarlet Witch knows that she's somewhat over her head and becomes desperate. She ends up using her probability powers against Dark Phoenix, but the latter easily negates them. She then teleports behind Jean Grey and attempts to use chaos magic, but Dark Phoenix ends the fight by setting the Scarlet Witch ablaze with cosmic fire. Dark Phoenix wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Thank you, Mia Darrington, for that fight. I'll have another one for the next episode. Now, if you want to make a request of your own, here are the rules. It has to feature at least one comic book or manga character, and they can go up against another comic book or manga character, a video game character, or even a serious-minded cartoon character like Optimus Prime, Voltron, Lion-O, or any of the Silverhawks. I know I'm kind of giving away my age there. All right, now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there's only one thing I'm going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and it's the news of a new limited series coming to DC Comics called Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. And it's written by Kenny Porter with art by Janoy Lindsay. Now, determined to find his place in a strange universe, Superboy leaves Earth behind, but his journey of self-discovery brings him face to face with a group of freedom fighters that not just challenge what Connor stands for, but also what it means to bear the Superman crest. Now, on the website, on DC's website, which is dccomics.com, beginning last year, they started doing this tournament of a limited series called Round Robin. And what it is that they give readers the opportunity to go on the website and vote on the next limited series that they want to see in bookstores. And there were quite a few of them. This one got the most votes. And with it received 72% of the votes, and with another limited series, which will hopefully be in bookstores real soon, Suicide Squad Dark, which received 28%. And you know, I love this. I love DC allowing readers to make this kind of determination. And I mean, it worked when they allow fans to decide on whether the Jason Todd Robin lived or died. So why not go back to that? And then also, I have really... The Connor Kid Superboy has been one of my favorite characters since he made his debut back in '93. He's gone through a few evolutionary steps. I mean, the only powers that he had were super strength, telekinesis, and flight. But then over time, shortly after he found out that he was cloned with the DNA of both Superman and Lex Luthor, he started displaying all the other powers that Superman has. And this is also great because until 3 years ago, from 2011 until 3 years ago, the Connor Kent Superboy has been off the radar, and I'm so glad that he's back, and can't wait to read this. This is going to be great. And then also the round robin. Whenever there's word of another limited series, another round robin, I'm going to vote. Now the winner of the first round robin tournament last year was the Batman miniseries entitled Robins, which starred all the 5 Robins in regular DC continuity, and I'm really enjoying it. As a matter of fact, the 6th and final issue of that miniseries is one that I'm going to unveil on the next episode that I do, which is episode 404. But really looking forward to Superboy: The Man of Tomorrow when it comes out. Now, there really isn't a specific date as to when it's going to come out. It'll probably be sometime this fall or this winter. But just as Bart Scott would say, can't wait! Alright, so I gotta ask, any questions?
Questions are often rambling. Questions that didn't rhyming. Questions that we're surviving. Questions.
Alright, I only have one question this week, and it's from Frank Mayo from Spring Hill, Louisiana. He asked, who's your favorite superhero and why? Well, Frank, that's easy. It's Superman. And the reason it's Superman is, now, I know what you're thinking, and I know what a lot of other folks are thinking. Hey, Superman's way over the top. He's ridiculously overrated. Let me tell you something. Superman overrated he might be, but when you get rid of all that, he is a character of integrity. He believes in doing the right thing even when no one else is looking, which is something that a lot of us lack. We lack integrity. It's so easy. With all these powers that he has, he has super strength, super speed, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, super hearing, flight. He has all these powers. And it would be so easy just to use them whenever he feels like it, or use them for his own personal gain, but he's not about that. He's all about integrity. He's all about helping others, even when no one else does. He's all about he's about all these things, all these great things that he does. And a lot of times we completely overlook that, but that's why I like the character. It's all about integrity, and growing up, that was something that I really looked up. I looked up to Superman even when I was a little boy, even before I started reading comics. Because I watched the movies, I watched the cartoons, and even then I knew that he was a character of integrity. So, yeah. All right, really love these questions, folks. Y'all send these very deep questions, and y'all just keep them coming. I really love doing this segment again. It's been years since the last time that I've done this segment, and I can tell you over the past few months, y'all have sent me some very interesting questions, and I'm happy to ask and answer them here on the show. Now, please, no personal questions or no tasteless questions. I will not ask nor answer them. All right, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up, and I'm really excited about this book, Blood Syndicate Year 1, Number 1. Excited about this one as well. Captain America, Symbol of Truth, Number 1. Detective Comics number 1053. Hulk vs. Thor, Banner of War, Alpha. I Am Batman number 9. Naomi Season 2 number 3. Superman Son of Kal-El number 11. What If Miles Morales number 3. Wonder Woman number 787. And finally, X-Men number 11. All right, that's 10, which brings the total number of comics that I've bought since December of 1997 to 11,358. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and on the next episode, which I'm doing in a few days, I'm going to celebrate Memorial Day. Now, Memorial Day is when we honor the men and women that have served in any of the 5 branches of the U.S. military who are no longer with us. Whether they were killed in action, they've gone missing in action, or prisoners of war, or died later in life even after their services were up. This episode is in loving memory of them, and it's in honor of their families. So please, tune into that. And then, beginning in episode 405, the Summer of Superheroes. It's back, and it's the 4th annual Summer of Superheroes. I started doing this back in 2019. I'm going to do this every summer, where I'm going to show some love to absolutely nothing but superheroes. And I'm going to wear some t-shirts in honor of those, and I'm going to kick things off with the original hero for hire, Luke Cage. And the Luke Cage Comic Hero tee is currently on the website, IamTheComicHero.com. It's $20. So if you want to go ahead and order one, I'm encouraging you to do so. And also, speaking of which, I love raising awareness of different causes. I love, showing people that, that they're not alone. That even though they may be suffering by themselves, but really not alone. And also, whenever I do research on these causes, there's so much more that I learn. And and I'm encouraging everyone that's watching, always strive to learn something new every day. Don't be so content on what you already know, because that could get you in trouble real quick. So don't be that person. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, welcome. And I'm encouraging you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and get the word out. Let someone know that there is a show about comics, about a kid from North Louisiana that that reads comics, that also celebrates people and reaches out to people and raises awareness of different causes, and so go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's just me. I'm just a kid from North Central Louisiana. And if you have any suggestions for the show, or if you want to make any requests for the Throwdown Showdown segment, or ask me any questions for the Any Questions segment, go ahead and do so. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on The Comic Hero. I'll see you next time for episode 404. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and you matter.